The battery life isn't as long, so you have to recharge them faster. And I learned this from other agencies. And that is why when they first came out, you know, you kind of have to take your time, because just like anything else that's new, you get a lot of pop-up companies. We don't want to be with a pop-up company because they can be gone in a year or two, and then if you have some equipment from them and it's faulty and it's not working, you have nobody to repair that. You know, you have no service contract that's enforceable. But I would say just getting used to having the cameras, wearing the cameras, and being cognizant of that.
Hey, if anybody knows any interesting people to follow on YouTube, people who like to upload video diaries, blogs, or things like that. I like regular people or normal people. I like rejects, or people, I guess, allegedly are kind of losers. People who make somewhat pointless videos, like mine. I like that sort of stuff. So if you know any users of YouTube like that, you can recommend them or suggest them in the comments. If one wants to make a comment, I don't really check messages, private messages and stuff. I don't really do that. I like to upload videos to YouTube and stuff with my cellular smartphone, my iPhone, Apple phone. That's what I currently have. But I don't really use computers, and I don't really surf the internet very much, you know. I don't like to get too dependent or rely too much on anything mechanical. I made a previous video about that entire thing before. But I do like to watch videos. So if you know anyone, excuse me. Wow, that's rude.
Equipment that is as user friendly as possible, and officers don't have to worry about downloading the information, and that it does it electronically. We do weekly or bi-weekly assessments, so we hear from the officers, and you know, at the end of the trial, if we need to do something else, then we will do it. Obviously these new cameras are coming out, and we will look at those, but I'm hoping by summer maybe we decide to go forward if we have a good product.
Another departmental priority for this year is continuing department-wide training focused on cultural diversity. What kind of training does that entail, and where are you in that?
Well, we're getting ready to start some new training, probably more in the spring and in the summer. We're going to have procedural justice, and that kind of talks about law enforcement and working with people. Basically comes down to treating people how you want to be treated. Not that we don't, but this is one of the courses that was mandated by the law that came out. And I will tell you, we had cultural diversity training just about 2 years ago, and it was our plan to do it every 2 or 3 years anyway. It was before the Presidential Task Force report came out, because we thought it was important. We talk about people from different ethnicities. We talk about people from the LGBTQ community, because it's important for us to have an overview and understanding of people. I mean, it was enlightening to me to learn things about people going through the transgender process and how they can be in between that process. You know, when you were speaking with someone.
I don't use Tumblr. I do not use Tumblr.
Just in general. And what that does,
I just do not.
Helps raise our awareness to people. Does that mean we aren't going to do our jobs? No. And I will tell you honestly, we can have all the training in the world, but the best thing for us to do is spend more time out and engaging people, and that is one of the main things. That's the best way to get to know people. And you know, it can be a little frosty at first with certain people, but we're trying to stay consistent.
This is Sound Ideas. I'm Charlie Schleicher. We're talking with Bloomington Police Chief Brendan Hefter. Where stands the dialogue with the Black Lives Matter group and other groups that are concerned about relations with the police?
They have.
This is my only social media page I have. It's the only one. I don't really want a bunch of different ones. Does it matter? Does it make a difference? Really? Does it make any difference? I don't know. So this is my only one. My one page.
Please. Has there been anything since that?
They did attend. They were invited to
Less
attend
is more.
the last MAP meeting.
Simplicity
At that
is the
MAP
ultimate
meeting,
sophistication.
expounded
I guess some
upon
smart dude
my
said that
responses
at
their
one point
meeting.
in
And I want to make
time.
it clear, when I went to their meeting,
Sounds pretty legit.
I was not told about that format, because obviously that is not a format where ideas could be exchanged or I could expound upon anything. So I provided answers that I would have provided had I been permitted to at their meeting. And we had dialogue, and they had some more questions, and then we will probably meet again at some time, but we are awaiting them to send us some more questions or topics they would like to discuss.
So the second bite at the apple went a little better, you're saying?
From my viewpoint, yeah.
I like cinema, I like film, I like to watch movies, but I don't necessarily eat them.
Not just about Black Lives Matter.
You can't eat celluloid. As far as I know, you cannot eat celluloid, and you cannot eat the internet, as far as I know. But if you know any way one could, leave a comment about it.
There's some catching up that Black Lives Matter has to do in regards to why there are certain policies
Just talking
and
crazy.
why there are certain laws. Like,
I'm just talking
I'm
crazy.
waiting for them to get me some information about questions they had about the complaint forms on officers, why there has
Good
to
job.
be a notary, why